So what I thought was going to be a quiet morning at home has turned into a rush around because I forgot to send T skates with her today. They have skating. I plucked Wee Smiler out of bed and we are going to deliver skates. Well, that was close. As I was coming up to the school, they were actually just getting on the bus and she was moping along because she didn't have her skates, and I can't yell because I don't have enough voice, but she saw me just as I was coming up to the bus, so she got on, she was happy. And they're off to skating, so we have one more errand to run and then it's back home to dry my hair because it's -11, -20 with the wind chill today, so wet hair is not an option. Look, there's some right here. Look.
Mama.
Yeah. That's a moose.
No.
Moose. Two. Three. Oh no! Just getting a roast ready for the slow cooker right now. But I wanted to tell you about my knitting conundrum that is happening right now. A couple of weeks ago, someone asked me if I could knit a pair of socks for them to give as a gift for Christmas. It was 2 weeks before Christmas, and I said, you know, if you would have asked me in the summertime, absolutely, I probably would have knit them because I really like the people. But 2 weeks before Christmas, not going to happen. So I said, you know what, I might be able to find you someone who has a pair for sale, because I had been to a couple of craft fairs in the area and they had tons of socks and they were dirt cheap for what it cost to knit them. So I said, you know what, I'll keep a lookout for a pair, I could probably find you some. Ever since I've been to those craft fairs, I haven't been able to find anybody that is either in those craft fairs or knows anyone that knits Briggs and Little socks. So that's great, so I'm kind of starting to stress about not being able to find this person a pair of socks that they need to give as a gift. And so I reached out to my quilt guild. I'm like, there's over 170, I think, people in the guild. Surely someone there knows someone or is someone that knits Briggs and Little socks. So I sent an email out and a lady contacted me. I said, great, I will come and pick them up. You have a lady size 7. She said, yep, I have a 7. So I went out and she had these socks laid out on the table and the feet were too big, and I even tried a pair on and the feet were too big, but I couldn't leave empty-handed. So I took the smallest pair of the lot, and this is what they look like. They're actually kind of matching my sweater today. They're really long in the leg, like that's a really long leg. I don't knit mine this long, and I definitely don't knit them in 1x1 rib. So the leg is longer than what they're probably expecting. I would normally only do mine up to here. And the foot is definitely too long. Now the toe is a rounded toe, which does not fit my foot at all. It just looks pointy. And so I kept a lookout for some more socks. And Carrie messaged me one day when I was at work and she said, oh, the local market has some. And she took a picture and she sent it to me. And so of course they only had male sizes 11 and 12. That was another lead that led to nowhere. And then I thought, well, wait a minute, I can just go in after work and see if they can give me the lady's number, because she might have a size 7 at home that she's already made and she just didn't bring them there. So I go in, they won't give me her information. For the $5 they would have made off those socks, because they were charging $30, and I guarantee you she wanted $25 for them. they would not give me any information. Merry Christmas. So back to square one. So I went to the dollar store on the way home and I picked up some yarn and I figured I was gonna have to make a pair of socks. So I got these two colors. This is denim and this is oatmeal. I originally wanted to do like a darker gray and lighter gray, but there was only one gray there. And they call their gray oatmeal, and then they call their beige something like sheep's gray. So anyway, these are the two that I got, and I figured I was going to have to be knitting socks. So I came home and I thought, well, maybe I should try those socks on again and see how they fit before I start into this crazy knitting a pair of work socks in 4 days. So I came home, I tried them on, and they were a little long on my foot. But I figured I could rip back the toe and rip back a big bit of the foot, make the foot smaller. And even though it was a little bit wider here, they were probably going to be worn in the house anyway and not under boots. So they would probably be okay. So that's where I'm at right now. So I have one sock that I have taken the toe out and part of the foot, and I'm going to re-knit the toe so that it's smaller, and then hopefully do the same for the second sock. And I actually tried this on again, and I'm thinking I might want a long set. They would be great under my snow boots. They come right up to my knee. I wouldn't have to worry about socks slipping down. I just don't know if I can handle 1x1 rib for this much. They don't feel, I think she uses a bigger needle than what I usually use too, because my socks are stiffer than what these are, so maybe on a larger needle it wouldn't be so bad, but we shall see. So these are the socks that I'm hoping to get at least one toe done today, if not both, so I can get them out of my house and say that they're done and not have to worry about it anymore. I might have been bad. I went to David's Tea last night and I got my free tea, and then I asked, this is the one that I had the night before, which is walnut orange scone. And I said, is that one a Christmas flavor? Because they have flavors that aren't out all the time. Like Santa's Secret is very hard to find because it's only available at Christmas. So that's why I did get the jar of it. And she said yes, that walnut orange scone is a Christmas flavor. And I was like, oh, I really like that one, so I got 50 grams of it. It won't last me a long time, but at least I can savor it for a little while longer. No more tea for me. Don't let him go any further, Tran. Oh.
Tita!
Telling Mother just to put you to bed tonight. Are you excited?
Tita!